Welcome, Counter Slammers, to this week's edition of Strange Games. Player 1 this week is Jose, bringing pFeora, the Devout, the Avatar of Menoth, Vessel of Judgment, the Covenant of Menoth, Exemplar Bastion Seneschal, Vassal Mechanic, High Paladin Darton Vilmon, Paladin of the Order of the Wall, Rupert Carvolo, Nisia, the Choir, Exemplar Bastions, and Lady Ayana and Master Holt. Player 2 this week is Eric, bringing Rhyas, a Succubus, a Scythian, an Angelius, a Shredder, the Throne of Everblight, 2 Shepherds, 2 Forsaken, 2 Strider Deathstalkers, Gobber Bellows Crew, the Totem Hunter, a unit of the Hex Hunters, and Bale. This week's scenario is Entrapment. Both players' casters are captured on the opposite side of the board. The way you play this is you have to free your caster and then get them to the exit zone, or assassinate the other person's warlock or warcaster first. Let's get to the game. Alright, so this is Eric. I'm going to be going first. And, you know, we did get a chance to play this game out last week without the scenario, but with the same casters, and I'll admit the Legion Army did pretty good.
Yeah, against this list, I think they got it there a little quickly.
Yeah, this game though, I think I'm gonna have my work cut out for me. I think this is actually gonna be pretty ridiculous. So, all right, let's go and get this game started.
You ready?
Yep, let's do this.
Ready.
All right, so, oh, there we go. That's what I said. Since I have nothing to allocate, no spells to cast, my guys are gonna activate here. I'm going to. Oh, I did forget to put a prey target. Let me do that now before I get started. We will pray. I can't even pray your caster. I will pray the bastions. Okay. So, Rhyas will start off the table here. First thing I'm going to do is run my throne up. It's 10 inches. Now there are ways to get around the forcing and allocating a focus if possible. For example, with the Avatar being able to generate his own focus, he still gets to do that. The Legion has a little bit easier time with this also because as long as the beasts that are in the Shepherd's control area can be forced, and the Forsaken can still leech the Fury off to keep them from frenzying. So as far as like running and things like that, it makes it a little bit easier. I will run my Deathstalker. 14 inches. This one will. I'm going to try something. This one up is 7. I'm going to try to take a shot at the confinement 2. Okay. I actually have it. So anything with Snake Eyes will hit. Hits. And I'm dice minus. The armor on the confinement tube is 16, and it has 20 hit boxes. So I will. Yeah, I'm just gonna roll for damage. See what happens. 4 damage. What do you know? Okay. My Hex Hunter is gonna go next. They're going to run. They have a 14-inch run. They have Hunter with Bale.
And I assume Pathfinder, right?
They have Pathfinder and Stealth. Okay. My Totem Hunter is going to run. It's 14 inches there. I will. I should have my tokens out to begin with. I will run and rile my Scythian since he is in the control range or command range of the Shepherd. So he can go up to 12 inches. Put him up here. And I'll put the 4 on him. Then I will run and rile my Angelius. Yes. Here. And I'll put the 4 on him. I will have my Shredder go next. He's going to move up, and he is going to put Tenacity on the Angelius. Have this Forsaken move up, and it's within 9, so I will pull the 4 off of him. So I put 4 tokens on that Forsaken. My Shepherd will move over here to get out of the way. This one will move up, and he also will pull those off of the Angelius. 4. Shepherd move up and snag that off of him. That focus off him. Or Fury, sorry. Focus. Move up to 6, and he will. He gets to cast an Animus for free of a beast that's in its control area. So again, I will put Tenacity on something. I will put Tenacity on that guy. 0. Then my Gobbers will move up there 6, and it'll put down their Cloud. And that will be my first turn.
Roll for the Avatar's focus. He gets 2. Bastions are going to run. Avatar is going to move up about there. He's going to spend 1 for Menoth's Gaze. About just going to move out to over here. Paladin's going to walk up to over here. He will use Iron Zeal, so +5 armor.
Just so the people watching know too, if you free your caster cannot activate the turn that he comes out into play. So it is kind of a sitting duck, which is why you have to play a little smart on how you want to pull it out.
Here. Attempt to pop a shot off. I can't. Yeah, he'll attempt to pop a shot off at the Scythian and miss. And it's going to go back to over here. Squire member is going to move up to over here. Move out to over here. Two. Sorry, it should be two. Two back here. They will passage. Those guys. Okay. Bastion Seneschal. Around. 4 inches up over here. Sorry, I gotta move through some models. 4 inches out to over here. Rupert Carvalho's gonna walk up to over here. I'm going to walk him over 6 inches over here. Charging my bastions. Fearless and tough to bastions.
What? He's that new troll thing that came out.
Walk out to over here. Iron Zeal. On him. Walk up 3 inches over here. 2 inches up over here. No spells. And Lady Anna Master Hold are just going to walk out to over here. Out to over here, and they are going to stealth themselves. Nessia will walk up to over here.
She doesn't like this game. She's playing over and over field.
Sure.
Alright, so Tenasties are going to go away. Smokey's going to go away. I don't have any Fury Reef since my Forsaken took it all off the table. And so we do this. I am going to activate this Deathstalker first. He's going to aim and shoot at the Confinement Tube. Okay. Hits. Dice -6. Or, yes. 2 more points of damage. The second one's going to do the same from where he's at. Hits. -6. So 2 more points of damage. Stars are going to move up. And they're going to try to cast their spells. I know if you have a no spell, can you show me where that aura is to see which ones cannot cast their spells?
Should be all of them.
This should all be good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So within 6 inches is how long there is. So it looks like these 4. I don't know if this guy's going to get it or not. Oops, sorry,
Just outside of it.
There's this guy. Also just outside. So these 4 are going to be casting spells. They're Anything with snakes to hit, and they are dice -3 on damage. So we'll roll the hit on this guy. Hits, dice -3. Ooh, that's pretty good.
On who?
7. This guy's casting a spell on that one.
Okay.
It has 5 hit points left.
Hmm.
This one, it's going to try that one. Hits, dice -3. That is going to get rid of it. So, caster's on the table, so this goes away. She is going to start with all 5 of her fury. I think she's going to need it to transfer here, probably, by the end of the day. Oh, this game could be over right after this. You never know. So, oh boy, this should be fun. Okay, so that was the second guy. So I've got these guys are going to cast their spells on these 2 guys.
Okay.
So the defense is 12. I'm guessing
11.
11,
Mm-hmm.
but they are engaged with old
Sure.
Rhyas here.
So that'll be 15.
15. 9's to hit. I miss. I have to take a shot against my caster. I tell you what. Let's not do this one. We'll do him against this guy.
Okay.
Hits. Hits. And armor on him is what again? Sorry.
16.
16. Dice -3. 5 points. And he also cannot make special attacks in that next turn. This one will try to shoot that one.
Okay.
Make sure he's got 6 inches. He is. What is their defense again? 12?
11.
11, 6, let's hit.
Okay.
-3, so 4 damage.
1, 2, 1, 2. 4. Okay. Can I see their card?
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll see. I mean, my caster's right in the thick of things, so she could get assassinated next turn, which is very likely. But this game is kind of has to play fast. I got to get her in and out. Got to get in there and hit her being surrounded no matter what.
A bit of the old
in out.
It's
going to be a bit of a nightmare
I was
either
about
way.
to say, what were you saying earlier about playing smart,
You didn't
Eric?
get to gobble the wiener. You still play smart.
I'm not saying this can't be the fastest game ever. I'm just saying. That would be pretty funny if it was only a 10-minute game. But, oh well, we'll see.
Is it possible to pull off a one-turn kill in this anymore? Turn one kill?
Yeah. Definitely, you can do it with Morton Never the Death Jack.
Oh.
Believe it or not. Oh boy. I don't think the rest of these guys can really do anything, so I think they might be done because they only have a 6-inch spell radius. We can try to cast this one against that guy. I don't think I have it though. Maybe I do. I don't know. Keep here if you want to.
6 inches from the front of his base.
Yeah.
That's 6 inches from the front of his base. Is that touching your base?
No, it's just out. Okay. And I attacked with him, but I did not. I'll try with him against. I hit that guy,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm gonna try to hit that guy. Okay, he does have range on that guy, so we'll try him.
Deep.
That is a total miss. Snake eyes will do that to you. Okay. So, going to activate my Totem Hunter. He's going to move up 7 inches, and he's going to jump. It's 5 inches over here. And he's going to swing on this guy. Hits. You're 16. My guy is 16 as well against them. So it's straight dice damage.
To D.
Yes. So 7 points.
7 points of damage to D. He is tough. knockdown.
Okay, so you lose all 6 points, whatever. He will make his second attack against the same guy. Hits. Oh, he's automatically knocked down, but it's 11 total, 13 minus 3, so 2 points. So,
Tough.
of course he is.
It's because it bounced off the vessel.
Yeah.
Play for me!
Alright. Shepard's moving up.
Nope. Vessels are stupid.
Checking my control range. I don't know what I'd be doing from here, but. Next, my Scythian's going to go, and he's going to pop his animus, and he's going to charge that guy.
Okay. 9 inches.
And I don't know if that's within 2 inches or not. You want to check?
I think he actually is. 1B. Yep, he's got it.
Okay. So your defense is 12.
11.
11. So 5 hits. Hits. 17. So these dice plus 1. 11. He does not get a tough check with his animus. Sorry, I put it as a. Sorry, I forgot to put it on there. Slaughterhouse. And he's definitely not within 2 inches of that guy. Oh boy. Angelius is going to go next. He is going to charge this guy.
Okay.
So he's got a 10 inch.
Speed.
I don't think he's got that one.
Might just, yeah, just outside of it.
Shredder is going to go rabid. He's going to move his 8 inches here. And then he's going to cast his animus on the Angelius as well. Six inches, going to throw tenacity on Bale. Sorry, you check something on the throne. Range 10. Why not? And move. It's 5 inches. And he's going to try and cast a 10-inch spell on the throne.
Very short.
Yeah, probably that'd be short. Yeah. He's going to run 5 inches. 6 inches here, dropping the cloud. Kaboof. Try to catch a Bale in there too. Here, just gonna snag those. 3 inches. Gonna run as well. Actually, I'll move a little closer to the throne that way. I don't have to cause a fear check on my own guy. That would kind of suck. Oh, jeez. Well, we'll see how that goes.
Avatar.
I just want to say, Merc, this may suck. He gets 4. He gets 4. Maybe we should amend the rules so that my caster can activate the turn he gets free. That'd be really nice.
Alrighty. First, the vessel is going to activate. He's going to sit still. He is going to take a point of damage to attempt to hit Rhyas.
She's engaged.
So she's going to be a defense, what, 19?
20.
Defense 20. Standing still is going to be 8, so I need 12 to hit. Miss. Okay.
Do you have to roll to hit when you're on, guys?
That's a normal range attack, so I should have to hit. What is the closest one? C. In the back arc, we'll hit. Power and strength of 15. Armor 16. Dice minus 1. So that is 7 points of damage to C. And it's only on enemy attacks for sanguine bomb, so not tough. Should have thought of that before I did that, but that's alright.
Oh, does he still have tough?
Yeah. Why would he not have tough?
Does he normally have tough?
Oh, it's for 1 round, yeah. It would have mattered anyways. Should have thought of that before I made my attack.
Just double checking.
Okay. He's going to walk out to over here. 5. He's going to turn around. Facing here.
Be careful. He was in her front arc, so if he moves, he's gonna take a free strike.
Oh, is she facing? Oh, she is facing me. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. I'm not having her face my way.
Just down there. He will move over there. We'll just turn around. Stretch that. The possibilities are better. Okay. A will attempt to hit her. What's her defense? 16. Mat of 7, so I need 11s to hit. Miss.
Okay, if you miss, she gets to attack against you. She has that ability.
Okay. Is that all every time?
Every attack.
Okay.
So his defense is 12.
Yep.
4's hits. That's a hit. 4.
Okay.
Weapon Master. What is your armor? 16?
Yep.
Minus, this is a 12, so minus 4.
Okay.
5 damage.
To A. 2. Which one went away? C went away. 3, 4, 5. Just E. Okay. D will attempt to hit her.
Okay, she will not get an attack as soon as she misses because she cannot reach him.
Okay. Miss. Bastion Seneschal is going to charge her. Up to over here. He has a mat of 8 to defense 16, so I need 8s. Miss. This paladin will attempt to charge her.
Okay.
Might be able to kill that paladin there. He is a mat of 8, I believe.
Okay, 8's hit.
Miss.
What's his defense?
13.
13, 8, miss.
Okay.
Dig it! That was a really cool shit.
Does she have stealth?
No, not yet, anyway.
This paladin will attempt to charge her.
Okay.
Charge out to over here.
Does he have reach as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Staying outside of her melee range. I forgot to make my melee attack there. Whatever. So I need 7s, I believe, now. Mat 9, so 7s to hit. Master Holt's going to activate. Standing still, he's going to attempt to shoot her. She's going to be 20. He is a mat of 8, 10, so I need 10s to hit her. First shot. Miss. Attempt to hit my own paladin in the back. We'll hit him. Dice minus 4. It's a death. Or 4, I'm sorry.
You have the red dice this week, too.
Second shot, 10s. Misses. My guy. 13s. And his back arc, -2 to 11, so that'll hit. That's -4. Death to my paladin. My choir will +2/+2.
Here we go.
It doesn't matter.
What?
I mean, I would have to. We will just charge up 4, staying outside of her melee range. Spend his 1 for his charge. He's going to be at a mat of 10, so 6s. Hits. Pound strength of 21.
Armor is 14. Dice +7. Wait, so you said 21?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, dice +7. You roll 7, 13, 18, 19 points of damage. I'm going to transfer that, believe it or not.
To 5 for whoever you're transferring to.
I'm going to try to put that onto my siding. 19 on siding. Gosh. To the what you said?
To 5.
5. So I got 2 aspects.
By another attack. Will miss. By another attack. Miss. By another attack. Will hit.
Dice +7 again. 10, 15 points of damage. Yeah, I'm going to transfer that to, if you want to, 4. 15 to the 4.
She spent that last one for Menoth's gaze.
With Menoth's gaze, I have a question. Does it say that when they do move, they can only move towards your model?
They have to move closer.
Okay.
2, 3. No spells.
Okay.
For Carvolo, move up to over here. Fearless and tough. So move him out to over here. He'll fearless and tough my bastions. My mechanic will activate. He will pass his 8 repair by 3. So it will completely heal the vessel. Nissia is going to charge that thing. I might be out of reach.
That's going to be pretty close. Oh, you got it.
Got it?
It's an auto hit, so and you're going to do the backswing, I'm guessing, correct, too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Weapon Master, power and strength of 10, armor 16,
Yep.
dice -6.
7?
7
or
points,
6?
7 points of damage, or 6 points of damage. Backswing attack. Oh, sorry. That auto hits.
Yeah, we Weapon Master, too, right?
Dice -6. So 5.
Lights back on.
Okay, so we're back. We're going to finish this game. So one thing I will do is it going? Okay, it's going. I got to roll a frenzy check on the Scythian, who passes. All right, and okay. What I will do is first I will attack with the throne to charge. What's her name again?
Nissia?
Nis-
Is she in your front arc?
He's a 360 degree arc.
Oh.
So yes. Charge around this way. Her defense is what?
16.
This is gonna be fun. Rat 7, so 9 hits. Miss. Second attack. Nope. Third attack. Nope. This Forsaken is going to charge her.
Okay.
It's got a 9-inch charge range. And what is her? You said 16, right?
Mhm.
I'm going to spend the one to boost a hit. Mat 6, I believe. Nope, Mat 5. That's definitely gonna be a hit.
Hmm?
And I'll sorry, boost because it's charged. So what's her armor?
13.
13. My attack is 12. So dice minus 1.
Death.
Death. That one. Okay. So he's done. My caster's going to go next. She's going to spend 3 points to heal the aspects that are out on my beast. I got 1, 2, 3. She is going to move her. She has a 7-inch movement, and she has acrobatics. It's going to put her right there. And then she's going to pop her feet. I'm sure I'm still within the 10 inches, so I can't cast any spells. Okay. So... well, let's go ahead and use the Totem Hunter to... We'll go ahead and use the Totem Hunter. We'll just move him up slightly here, so he's kind of... Let's say he gets all 3, not like it really matters. He's going to attack this guy in the middle.
Okay.
His defense
Is
is
that
12.
you do that with his non-melee attack, with his non-reach attack? I take it.
Yeah. I'm just going to keep attacking this guy, so I don't care.
Well, I mean, you may kill him this turn, so that's what I'm saying. Like, if you do, that way you still have reach to be able to hit either
Oh,
of them.
yes, that's correct. I'm still in that guy's melee range, though, so it's going to kind of stink. I'm not in the... he's got 1 hit point left, right? Because he was knocked down.
D. Yep.
And this guy, how many hit points did he have?
He's only got 1 hit point left as well.
Oh, okay. Well, then I tell you what, let's do the shield attack against this guy, and then we'll do his regular one against that guy.
Scratch that. They both have 2 left.
Oh, they both have 2. Okay.
Because of the Bastion Special.
Okay. Well, okay. Well, what we'll do is we'll attack this guy with the reach one first. Reach weapon. He is a mat 10.
Or anything but.
Yeah, so it hits barely. It's straight dice of damage.
Who is that? E?
Yeah, this guy here.
Her?
So 6 points.
I'm just going to let him soak it up. Not tough.
Okay. And then he'll do a shield attack against this guy. Actually missed. Now it looks like I'm in your back arc. Can you
You are.
check that? Okay, so I'm going to try to go ahead and move out his.
He has sprint anyways.
Yes. So I'm going to move him back here. Oh boy. Okay. Oh, this is going to suck. Okay, so if I end my movement in his melee range, he gets to make an attack, right?
Correct.
Fantastic. And he's got reach, so if I try to fly over, I'm going to take it anyway. So what I will do then, I will use the Scythian to go first, and he will attack him.
Okay.
Move his 3 inches this way.
Anything but.
For the charge. Hits. Armor on him. Is 16 as well?
Yep.
Okay, so dice plus 1. 6, 7, 8, 9 points.
Okay. I'm going to use Doors of Judgment on the vessel.
Okay.
And die 3. Points of damage.
And what does that do again? Sorry.
He immediately gets to make a full movement and an attack, and 1 melee attack. Cannot be targeted by free strikes.
Gotcha.
He's going to move up here. Dang it! Defense.
14.
So 6s.
5. Alright, and he is going to be done. Well, actually, could you put him back for 1 second? Where he was? I'm sorry. Because with the feet, he gets to jump base to base, and yeah, I'm going to try to put him over here, just so I can try to swing on him. So, there you go. Thanks.
Which one would go first?
Which one? What?
His movement or the base to base for the feet? Which one would happen first? Doesn't matter. Go. We'll discuss it later.
So defense on Avatar is 10?
Yep.
Okay, so 4s hits. 17, so you're 21. That's minus 4. 2 damage to the 5. Sure hits. Then he gets his second base, which hits. And I'm going to boost the damage. Minus 4. 6 to the 1. And he's going to buy an attack. Hits. Minus 4. 6 to the 6.
You can leave a gap, and then against things like jacks, you don't need a gap. Yeah, I need to borrow.
This guy's going to swing around this way. He's going to shoot that guy. Defense 12 on him? 13?
12.
12. Hits. Is he a 1 point model?
Yeah.
I'll just do the 1. And it's going to too much move. Do you want to check see if he's within melee range of your guy? This guy. It's really close.
I think he's outside of it.
Okay. I'm going to try and take shouting. Does he have stealth?
No.
Okay. Let me just double check. LOS. Yeah, looks like he's got it. Okay. What defense on him?
Rupert is a 13.
13, 5 hit. Yes. Okay, he's done. I'll have the Angelius go. He's going to go after Avatar. He's going to charge. Get up there. That's 10, match 6. Okay, the rulebook says always boost a hit with him, but I'm going to try to do that too. So 4 hits. Okay, so hits.
Armor piercing.
Armor piercing, so you're 11? 21? So 11 dice plus 3. 7, 8. So it's 11 to the 4. Okay. He will blind attack. Hits. Boost damage. Minus 7. 3 to the 4.
He's armor 19 now.
Okay. And he gets his 1 free attack with the feet, so I'll take that now. Hits. and I'll boost that damage.
How much? Dice minus 7.
It would be, if you're 19 now, it would be dice.
Minus 5.
Yes.
So 9's kill.
Okay. He's got 1 hit point left. I'm going to try to do this. 14 engaged. 6 is hit.
Your own guy in the back.
Yeah, the closest is the Angelius. So 14, so 12, 4 is hit. So that's a hit. Can I choose to do the 1 point, or is that against the?
I don't know.
If you're shot, can I just choose to do one? So, it might be any model. Hang on, let me double check real quick. So Warjack or Beast, when you attack, choose column, bring something, say rolling damage, attack. No, fucking. It just says Jack, so I'm just gonna do 1. To the 4. And he's done. These guys are all going to activate the Hex Hunters. They're going to do a run charge order. They have a 10-inch charge. They have Hunters, so they can see through force. This guy is going to go after him. This guy is going to go after him. After him. This guy is going after him. Actually, I think the rest are going to keep up because they're kind of a little clumped there. So these guys are just running to keep up. And okay. They are mapped 7s. So 12, so
11.
11. 4's hits, so we'll do the first guy. Hits. 10, so that's minus 6. Ugh. That's gonna be tough one. Okay, he's going to try to cast his spell.
Can't cast a spell.
Oh, that's right. Never mind. That guy is maybe having jump base over here to hit that guy.
Medium base.
Okay. Defense on him is 13.
13.
Okay, 6 hits. Miss. This guy against him. Hits. That's minus 6. 6 damage.
That's A. Everybody's dead except for A. 6 damage to A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. And he is going to jump base to base over here. Attack that guy.
Miss.
13.
13.
It's getting the other guy. Okay, so this guy against him as well. Hits. Minus 6. Yeah, tough. Check. Okay. He's going to jump over on that side. To be over here. He'll be right there. So, again.
Probably.
Okay, that's a hit. Armor on him is what?
16.
16 minus 6. Nada. The Totem Hunter will choose.
He's already. Oh, he's choosing a new prey target.
Yeah. Look.
Is Worlds Collide on Kickstarter?
Is World Collide on Kickstarter yet? Do you know? Not sure.
Oh, yeah. No, not yet. We're waiting for the website to be put together so that we can put the link on ours.
Okay.
We're just waiting for the website to be put together so we can launch it.
Just waiting for waiting for
He's gonna come up here. Oh boy. He's going to put tenacity on my caster.
We'll make the announcement.
Yeah, we'll announce it on the website as well as on the show when it actually goes. Snag that away. So we're up here. Do tenacity again on old Gale.
He does not have reach, correct?
Who?
He does not have reach, correct?
Which one? They both do have reach. Yeah. Okay. Put the little cloud down. Is that everything? I got one Forsaken left. Let's move up here. And that will be my turn.
That would be a hilarious countersign.
Avatar is going to get refocus.
What?
Right. The Vessel of Judgment is going to move up to, over. Attempt to. First, he's going to use his ability for Eruption of Faith. He's going to suffer 2 points of damage.
What was Eruption of Faith do?
It's going to push my enemy models within 2 inches of him, 4 inches directly away, in the order I choose. So push him directly away.
Mm-hmm. So he kind of slides right into the Angelius.
Outside of melee. And he is caught on fire now.
Together we burn!
Then I will suffer a point of damage to see if I can. Well, first, I got to see if I can hit her. See if I have range to hit your caster. To attempt to boost to hit. She's a defense 15.
She's normally 16. And she's
And
in a
it's
cloud.
allowed to 18.
And she has tenacity, which makes it max.
Does it spell?
No.
Animus?
Animus.
Animus, I see. So it's a little bit more than I originally anticipated. So Rat 6 said 19, so I need 13 to hit.
Yeah, it's going to be a hard one.
From this.
Is that an AoE or?
No.
Okay.
Do I have to? No, I don't.
Nope.
No, I don't know that. Fire is just going to move up to over here. +2/+2 for him.
Okay.
He will attempt to hit the Angelius. It's going to be a mat of 10 to defense 12.
14.
Defense 14, so 4 hits.
Do you want to?
Misses.
Do you want to just hit it?
Nope. And should be. I'm going to have him up in melee though. For a second attack for his shield. Nope. Another attack. Hits. It's pound strength of 21 to armor.
17.
Armor 17.
Mm-hmm.
So dice +4.
Mm-hmm.
So 10 points of damage to your 3. I'll buy another attack. Force to hit. Nope. Buy another attack. Force to hit. Hits.
He's dead. You don't have to roll it. Dice +7 or 6 or 7, whatever you could. I'm going to let that fury go away.
The mechanic's gonna walk up. Fail. Why the heck not? He'll make an attack on him.
It's 14.
Max 6 plus 7, so that'll miss. Second shield attack.
That's
Will
it.
hit. Power strength, I believe, of 10.
He did.
Vilman is going to forfeit his movement to gain Iron Zeal, so plus 5 armor.
Okay.
And he is going to hit that guy there.
Okay.
Wait a minute, are any of these solos or UAs?
Nope.
Okay.
They're all infantry. Yeah, defense 14. So you're at 8, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, 6 is it. Hits. Super hits. This guy you said?
Weapon Master Pound.
Yep. 16, so he's dead. These guys die just stiff breeze. They're only armor 12.
He's outside of melee.
Paladin should
Ready
have
on
like
a Master Hold.
should have like a righteous berserk or something. Awesome.
Walk out to over here. She will stealth him. Holt is going, he's got 5 inches. He's going to attempt to shoot him.
You're at 8, right?
8.
So 7's it. Hits.
Hits.
Ooh.
Power 12.
You are dice plus 1, so
Death. He'll take his second shot off. Everything's freaking stealth. Can't draw line of sight to that guy. What's his defense in melee?
it would be it's 14. Were you in his back arc when we started?
No, because he started out over
okay.
here and then moved out to over there.
So it'd be 18.
18 in melee, so I need 10s to hit. He's not even going to bother to making his second shot. Covenant will go, no spells. And Carvola will fearless and tough. That's it.
Alright, so picks up 3, drops tenacity in the cloud. Is there anything on fire?
Yeah, you're
My
Scythian.
Scythian.
Actually, what was in within an inch? Those two guys were within an inch. That guy back here was within an inch, right, of your Angelius?
Probably. So
Okay.
it's on fire too. Oh, that's right, because he has that big.
Flame burst.
Okay. Well, it doesn't go out on the Scythian. We'll roll for the other guy. It goes out on this guy.
Okay, so on the Scythian, power 12 to armor.
Armor 18.
So dice minus 4.
Nothing. Okay. Tenacity. Let's go away. Share those from him. I gotta see if he frenzies. On the left. See, he totally frenzies. So he goes after the
Avatar.
Avatar. I'm not gonna worry about those in.
That should kill the Avatar.
So boost the hit. Hits. Boost the
On
damage.
19.
Yeah, that's -2.
Yeah, so, yeah, that's
Yeah.
death.
Okay. He's gone. And he's done. In the case. And my caster is going to run the opposite direction. It's 14 inches. Which puts her here. Sit on the rest. This guy's going to shoot at your
Squire.
squire. Hits.
Auto 1.
Yeah,
Power
he
12.
can do the auto one on.
Jax.
Yeah,
It's a
so-
power 12 to power.
Power 10. It'd be
Power 10,
14.
so yeah, anything but. Ah, what do you know? I didn't fail a command check this week.
Finally!
Alright, he's going to try and take a shot at that guy back there. 12. He's got it. 5 hits. Nope, totally misses.
I'm so glad that my choir can actually rally this turn with no... Oh yeah, I do still have that guy out there. Forgot about him.
He's going to move out here. He's going to jump over here. He's going to swing on your book.
Defense 12. Anything but. Man, this table does not like us today.
Okay, got it with the second one. It's 11, so 13, which is
Armor 12, so auto 1.
Yeah, we do.
So you're going to sprint away? Come back and do it again?
He's got to kill something.
Oh, that's right.
Screw you, Kevin Hunter. Yeah.
Shut up! Shut up! Okay, oh my gosh. Okay, Throne's going after your thing. It's an 8-inch charge, 4-inch reach. Definitely got it. Defense 10s. Anything with snakes hits. Here we
No,
go.
you don't have to roll location.
Yeah, that's right. What's his armor? 19?
20.
20. Dice minus 5. So
6
6
points of damage. Oh yeah, that's right. He failed his repair check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
second attack hits. 3 points. Third attack hits. Minus 5, 1 point. And that's the way life goes.
No, they don't move ref markers.
Oh, no, I mean as far as movement, being able to be pushed.
These guys are going to do a run charge order for the
Battle engines is the same as Colossal.
these guys. So him.
They cannot be moved outside of their activation.
Pretty sure. I mean, I can check with local war room.
Check for me real quickly, that it's important for my eruption today.
Alright, so he gets the charge off. These two do not. He gets charge off on him. This guy is going to run here. I don't think there's enough room for a small base to get there, so I'm just going to park him up here. Yeah, that is correct. This guy is going to run. He's got a 14-inch run, so I can put him there. He'll be here. I think it's all these guys. Oh, Bale. So he will move up up here. So, okay.
Knocked down or made stationary. Cannot be moved by slam or ripper.
Defense on your jack.
Okay.
What's the defense on your jack? This one?
Did you give me that?
Yeah, 13.
Hits. 10. Your armor 19.
Armor 18.
18. So 7 points to the 5. This guy against him
Defense 13.
hits it with a 14.
Okay.
So 10.
Armor 21.
Nothing. Second guy hits. Nothing. Third guy with a charge hits. 21. That's minus 11.
We
2.
have 2 points of
Oh,
damage.
yeah. You don't have a column.
You know, it'd be better if you put mark on
What's that, TJ?
Huh?
Can't be pushed. Yeah.
Yeah, just like that. Can't be pushed, slam, thrown, knocked down, made stationary.
All right, Rabid
I think there's enough for eruption effect because he doesn't have gunfire. I can't make my range.
charging. You're thrown.
Oh, yeah, because you don't have gun platform.
Yeah.
All right, so Rabid charging your throne. Oop, I guess you need to keep those lines. 10.
I'll probably hit.
No, that's a miss. Unless you're a 9. That would miss. Of course it is. Here, I'm gonna put tenacity on the Scythian. It's gonna matter probably.
We're gonna win after this turn, anyways.
We're gonna snag those
Two no curtains.
here. Cloud.
Two no curtains. One
I think I had the my clock going during the break. I only got like 11 minutes left. And then this guy.
You know what?
It's just going to move up here. We'll keep her where she's at. That will be my turn.
Okay. Covenant will no spells. My Vessel of Judgment's going to suffer 2 points of damage to use Eruption of Faith.
Is that the push again?
Yep. So,
Anything within 2 inches?
yep.
Okay, I'm
Going to be pushed
4 inches away. So
directly
it's gonna be
away
These two guys.
in the order that you choose. So it'll be these two, and they both catch fire. So 4 inches directly away.
We burn!
So he's actually directly away. He's going to stop when as soon as he hits the wall there, and directly away. He's going to stop as soon as he gets there. They're both on fire. Vilman Darden will forfeit his movement to gain Iron Zeal again, and will be +5 armor, so it'll be at armor 21 again. He is going to attempt to hit the Totem Hunter, which is a defense of
14.
mat of 9, so I'm going to hit.
Okay.
Weapon Master, power and strength of 16,
Dice
or 15. Sorry,
Dice. Okay, straight dice.
straight dice.
8 hit boxes. Yeah, he could. So he's gone. That gone.
Alright. My mechanic will attempt to repair the engine. He will pass. It's die 6 or die 3? Die 6. So 3 points of damage off of my vessel here.
I really like that mechanic about, I think that's one of the reasons why I like the throne, or the vassal, maybe even a little more than the throne. Being able to take the damage points to boost things and damage things, and be able to heal and stuff. That's a fantastic mechanic.
Actually, I'm not going to activate them just yet. What's their defense in melee?
While they're engaged, they are 18.
Defense 18. So I need 8s to hit.
Otherwise, they're 14.
So Holt's going to charge them.
Okay. Is Matt, is it 8 as well?
No, he's a math 5.
Oh, okay.
Pretty lousy.
9's hit. Does he get 2 attacks with his gun? Or with the charge? Or
Yeah, he gets 2.
Okay,
It's
cool.
2 times 2.
Nice.
So what's their defense?
14, so 9's hit.
So 9's hit on the charge. Miss on that one. And on the second attack on the guy on his left, will miss. Now for his ranged attacks, they're 14.
14.
So I need 6s to hit. I'm going to shoot on him first. Hits. Power and strength of 12.
He did.
Okay. And then on him.
Okay.
Hits. Power and strength of 12.
He did.
Okay.
Oh, actually, I'm going to swap him out. For that guy. Sorry, he's the leader.
She'll move up and just stealth him.
Okay.
Parvola will fearless and tough them. And my choir here is going to charge. 6, so 9-inch charge. He's going to get there. Him on him, defense 14 to a mat, I think, of 4, so I think I need 10s to hit.
Really, you get killed. Oh, so if you get killed by a choir, you never talk about it. Ever.
Any missions? Is that everything? I think that's everything.
Yeah,
oh, no.
Should be a new poll question. If you ever got killed by, let's say, a shepherd or a choir of Menoth, would you ever admit it?
2.
I flat admit it because it happened to me a couple weeks ago when I was playing Jose.
Well, you're a better man than I.
Stuff happens. They're freak accidents.
He is going to attempt to hit that one.
Okay,
He's going to need 8s. miss on the for his
Shield attack.
That was for his shield attack. For his spear attack, I'm going to attempt to hit him. 8s. Hits.
Which one's that?
This one here.
Okay, he did. Yeah, you don't have to worry about it.
And that is... I said no spells, so that's my turn.
Okay, rolling for fire.
Whoa.
Cloud goes away.
So who was it that caught on fire? He's on fire.
Shredder, this guy.
Oh, he's still on fire
He's
as
on
well.
fire too, yes. So, Skydian, gone.
Okay.
Shredder, gone. The other guy,
Gone. Wow.
Yeah, that's a...
You've had some amazing dice rolls in this game.
And I'm using the blue dice, which doesn't usually happen, apparently. According to the rest of the staff, anyway. Okay. So... Well, I don't think I should probably just prolong this any longer. We'll just have Rhyas run out to the end, and she's going to win this thing. So she is out. She escapes. This game is over.
And my top. Back to camera 1.
All right, so we got Conrad who's going to join us here for the end. There he is.
Hey, everybody. One more thing.
Oh, my TJ. This is what you get when you win at Counter Slam.
You gotta hug
You
him.
get TJ's loving. That's.
So yeah, man, that was the dice gods were not with you, man. I'm sorry. That was I'm not kidding. Right before the break there,
You know, I knew it was a
Literally-
bad idea to throw that pillowcase full of kittens on his Come back on me that bad.
well, the thing was, I was kind of shocked he didn't just charge the Avatar in any way with in regards because I don't think Rhyas would have been able to do much to the Avatar. Even if the crit decap would have been pretty stupid because she would have been like dice minus 11 for her damage rolls. So. I was trying to charge it to get the extra shield attack, basically. It might have helped.
So, I've never played this scenario. I've heard you guys talk about it.
It didn't matter. I still missed 3 attacks.
Outside of the Avatar, since he can produce his own focus, it seems like War Machine's kind of at a disadvantage here.
You know, you would think that
I didn't run Jack Marshall's or
Yeah.
the other side of what I was going to do.
Well, Menoth has
which
one
is
Jack Marshall, right? And that's the Seneschal.
Seneschal. Yeah, but with the Reclaimers, we can actually gather soul tokens and allocate focus to Jack Marshall Jacks, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Which was what I was originally going to do, but I didn't want to really do that for this game because I didn't want to showcase that too much. That's what I talked about with you, and you were like, "Oh yeah, let's not make it too crazy as far as that goes." So I didn't do that, and he did.
Well, but it didn't. I mean, I didn't do anything with that.
No.
I think maybe the Forsaken getting the boosted attack roll against was it Nisia's or anything?
Yeah.
Yeah, that probably was the only thing that really benefited me in that regard. But everything else, it just helped get my Jack, my base up.
Yeah.
But with Crix has a lot as far as because you have the Seethers, which can charge one for free. They get the free focus. Death Jack gets 2 of his own focus. I mean, there's a lot.
As much as it kills me to
War
admit
Sirens
it,
can throw.
as much as it kills me to admit it, though, Codor in this, you would almost have to run exclusively Berserkers.
It's I'd be okay with it. You know, I originally created this format to this game type originally with a 1-player scenario where you had one in the back and there were large jacks that were surrounding it. You had to free your caster and get out before the jacks would rush in and kill your army. And it was actually it was an interesting kind of 1-player scenario because when I first started playing, I was buying models and I was buying a lot, and nobody else really had a lot of time to play except for Jason. So, and I hadn't gone to Armada yet, so I'm like trying to come up with different ways to practice on my own, like the charging rules and things like that. Like so,
You were lonely.
I was lonely, so I ended up buying Jason's Legion army, which is where my Legion came from, and then I was able to actually practice more army versus army, where I would set up. Oh my gosh, that takes forever. Trying to do 50 points, that's like 100 points on the table, and you're going back and forth, like, okay, well, how do I do this, how do I do that?
I've done it before.
Yeah, then you're done, you gotta put it all away, it's like, oh.
How lonely do you guys get? I've never once played a miniature war game against myself.
I did Makeda 2 versus...
Yes, but in your Magic days, did you ever play a game of Magic against yourself?
Not 2 decks against each other. I'd run my deck through a simulation where I'm like, okay, draw, go.
Same
like,
thing, but our game just has a lot more pieces.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Actually, can you grab the microphone? Because it's all over there. Can you guys hear us?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Sorry, it's probably a little hard to hear us. Jose is bringing our. There we go.
Eric was just really excited for winning.
Yeah, I just want to get back to my seat. So, all right, well, there's now you can hear us. Woo! No, so it was. Yeah, that was. But like I said, this is one of those game formats. Depending on who you have, I mean, circle casters can have teleport. Gatsby has teleport. So there's different ways to try and get your caster out. Or one thing too, I was kind of shocked. I thought you were gonna have more on this side of the table to go after your.
Well, the original
caster.
time that we played the game, and I was going off of the original setup for it, which had changed the rules just a little bit, which you would move the release containers up to the
Yeah, they
center
used to
of the
originally be
field.
like in your deployment.
And they
zone.
originally, were in my deployment, so that was originally like my whole, like the whole strategy that I had for this game got kind of flushed down the toilet a little bit.
I think
Because I was basing it off of the containment zone being one in my deployment zone. So I would have been able to surround things instead of having you just be able to get there and start popping off shots at it. So that was a big deal. So you were able to actually start popping off shots and start releasing her like pretty early on in the game. Also in the original, I didn't remember us being able to actually shoot at it. I thought it was an automatic miss. So that was my mistake on that. And then
we never had that. We always had where you can do whatever you want to get him out. Because the idea is if you shoot it and your caster's out there by himself, there's nothing you can do. And they can't activate that turn. But if you get him in melee,
Well,
you have a
the other
chance to
thing.
kind of give a little bit more support. But it can't activate, so it can't cast spells, can't pop feats, can't. It really just sits there. And so
that's the can't activate was the other one. And the original one you could activate.
yeah, that ended up being a little bit too.
And that's why I had my Menoth where I had it. If you didn't say that until we were already in the game, I'd already deployed. If otherwise, I would have deployed him on the other side because my whole thing was I'm going to move up and use Menoth's Gaze. And then after I used Menoth's Gaze the first time, you went, yeah. By the way, you can't activate on your first turn as soon as you release your caster. So I was like, oh well, that strategy is kind of useless.
Oh, the first time we did it, yeah, I remember that too. Yeah. Well, we were still testing.
I know. So like I said, as far as like the scenario went, like my strategy kind of went a little down. I would have probably played it just a little bit differently, but that's okay. I mean,
it's an interesting dynamic for having to defend your caster because they're vulnerable in that one round.
was
Like I
it
said,
35 or 50 points.
This was
you didn't have to defend your caster.
well,
Both armies seemed a little small.
normally you would have to. Huh?
Both armies seemed a little small for 50.
Well, because they were rocking with battle.
Yeah, the battle engine probably did a lot. I had 2 beats in the battle engine, so that was.
I had a lot of high point costs, and I didn't think about the fact that your infantry had magical weapons. Otherwise, I would not have run the paladins. That was kind of a toss up for me because not a whole lot of Legion infantry has magical weapons.
Oh yeah, I originally took them because I didn't take them for the magic weapons. I took them for the stealth because I needed to get up the board without getting shot to death. So.
Which was my whole reasoning for going up against Legion to take the paladins because I knew that if you were going to have to be base everything on a lot of infantry, I knew that you didn't.
Yeah, the
Legion
swordsman would have been useless against the cast. So.
Yeah, and that's why I took them because that way I could have because that was my original plan was if I had it in the containment zone I was going to park the vessel like right next to it. We're going to surround bastions on the other side of it with the Bastion Seneschal and the Devout right behind so that way I get my defensive strikes for anything that enters that melee range. And then I was going to walk the paladins right up the center of the field and run the Avatar and Nissia around either side and sending them down to bring the cast. That was my original.
The swordsmen too. They were so disgusting with Rhyas because they all have weapon master, and with that feat they get the extra attack. And then with their UA, they actually get another attack. They get overtake, where they get to move an inch and make another attack. They're gross.
Yeah, they are.
But Rhyas really runs the melee infantry really well.
I hate saying it too, but I think Jose got just completely diced that turn where Rhyas was out there alone. And how many attacks did you make?
I made 2 on 12 attacks. I made 2.
Yeah. So that's
Yeah. Now
him's the break sometimes.
Granted,
but that,
three of those attacks I needed 9s to hit.
yes.
One of those attacks I needed 8s to hit.
But Rhyas' paper, if you can get through her transfers, then
you were
she
doing
dies.
17 and 15 points damage. I mean, those transfers are ridiculous.
I mean, it's 6. Even with the defensive, even with my Doors of Judgment, I suffered 3 points of damage to the vessel to walk up and need a 6 to hit the Angelius and roll the 5.
Yeah, you could. What,
I got
could've-
diced that one.
You could have.
But I mean, you know,
if you would have kept hitting Rhyas and I would have had kickback transfer, you would have obliterated all of my beasts completely.
I know.
Because dice was 7. Dear God.
Yeah.
I mean, she's only like 6.
Yeah. Actually, I beat a Scorn player once, not off killing Morgul because I didn't have anything that could, or off blowback because he had too many transfers, but I damaged all his beasts just enough. And the blowback from the transfers is what got him in the end. It wasn't.
If you would have used Mouth Gaze, that would have been a.
if I would have spent my last one to use Menoth.
That would have been a. That would have hurt. I probably still could have killed your Jack, but that would have been pretty.
It still would have, but I mean, even taking out, you know, once you take out the Avatar, I mean, he was my hard hitter. I mean, I had Lady Ironmaster hold in there with the Bastions in order to hit hard if I needed to. But in the, you know, going up against Legion, it's not really so much about hitting so hard. The reason I went with the Bastions, with the Rupert Carvolo, and you bet the death clock yourself. Dang it!
Eric actually loses.
It's just because of the fact that, you know, they are defense 16, or I mean defense 11, armor 16 with 8 damage boxes. And I mean, you're taking a bunch of single wound and, you know, single muzzle, then you put tough on them. And, you know, with the Bastion Sinestro healing them, like, that is a really hard thing to chew through.
Yes.
But I was not able to get them up and around because they're so slow, up and around the containment enough, which was, again, my whole strategy. But, I mean, like I said, you know, what I went with and the strategy I went with was actually a pretty decently sound strategy at that key moment where
you
I
had
needed
the
to.
better defense. Now, the only thing that I had going for me was my speed.
Yeah.
And that I was going to. That's the reason why I
And
put it on that
is
side.
what I
Whoever-
expected, you know, coming
Yeah.
from Legion, you know, that's what they do. They're super fast, you know, and I was playing to that. I just didn't play to the fact that I would miss, like, so...
I really thought Rhyas was dead. I was like, oh, that sucks. I was like, man, that wasn't really going to be the fastest game on the show. It's going to be like a 10-minute game. Like,
Yeah.
But, so anyway, that's we'll put the rules up for that particular scenario up on the website if you guys want to check it out. If you guys want to run it yourselves and see what you can do. If you know, feel free to make whatever tweaks you want to. We just have our initial rules. But if you guys find something that works better for you, whether your caster can activate, whether you don't get any focus or fear starting out once you're free, or you can tweak all those things to play.
Whether your containments or your planes.
Yeah, you can move the containment areas. They don't have to be stuck right there. That's actually more what's the scenario with the 2 flags?
Supply and demand does that, but there's a huge ring in the middle.
There was
Supply
something.
and
No,
demand.
there was something else that were just.
I know what
flags.
you're talking about.
It's basically that one and just swap out the flags. So, but anyway, so that's that. So,
All right.
next week we're going to be gone for Revolution
Yes.
weekend. So it's so I guess.
Yes.
We'll put up the faction focus for the Gators. So like I said, if you guys are interested in playing minions, gives you a chance to see what's available, what works, and what doesn't.
I did a mini faction focus on pigs in the chat apparently.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we'll have to get all that transcripted out and just roll the script up there on the screen for faction focus for pigs. But
Nobody wants to read.
yeah.
Why would I want to read when I can just go out and do this stuff that the words tell me about?
Kids in America.
But the week we come back, it's you versus Joel, and it's going to be a super serious tournament game. This is like that. That's we just didn't have make fun lists. That's what we try to do in the show. It's not usually super tournament heavy. Mainly because we know a lot of people are casual players when they watch the show, or they're beginners, and so some may want to get into tournament things like that. But that the week we come back from worship weekend is going to be a super hardcore game. It's going to be ridiculous. So looking forward to that game because Joel and TJ are kind of our resident tournament players.
I have one goal: bring a list that makes Joel hate me.
Okay, so.
PJ, that's
I think I already hate you
So
anyway.
there's kind of a running joke in our
There's
kind of a running joke in our meta that TJ's not allowed to ever win sportsmanship,
It's true.
and that spans across just about every game we play. So
It's not, now for the record, it's not because I'm a jerk. It's because I think sportsmanship in tournaments is kind of a silly thing and forces people to be fake butt kissers and end up rubbing in that they won even worse. Oh, great game, even though I ripped your butt there, Eric. You did a good job.
I don't know if I ever want to play against TJ. On this
even though it is pretty funny because a lot of the time it's not him being a bad sportsman, it's him building good lists
I built
and the
ski
other
lists.
person getting.
Hopefully, I keep doing the show, and over the next couple seasons, you guys can see I almost exclusively play incredibly skewed lists that most people don't think to play. Just
Well, we'll need you to make some fun
so-
lists like you did when you played against Swords
I make fun lists.
Yeah.
Even then, that was heavily
Just the
skewed to
skewed.
armor.
Like
That was
Would we come up with 142 damage box?
Something
something like that. It was
Dealed like
insane.
probably like 40 of that. So I mean, really, it was like 182 damage.
Well,
It
it
was
was
colossal.
64
I
or
took out everything he had in his army.
Yeah,
except
64
for
and 60.
Karchev and
wait,
Some mechanics.
Some mechanics.
20 and
Like
20
modern
on the
mechanics.
battle
3
engine,
Wonder Guard,
64
2
on the
mechanics and
conquest,
Karchev.
32 on Karchev.
Alright, that
He
was a
healed
little
all the
less.
damage he done. Like,
Yeah.
I think it was like that. Not to take it back enough, but yeah, it was a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
there was. I didn't think there was much left beyond.
You had more left than I did.
All you had was your caster. He took out everything else. His last two guys died in the.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, my mechanics did that. Yeah.
There's
So,
a
no,
lot
there was
of
just I think it's Karchev and like 2 Wonder Guard.
Yeah,
in
that
the
was-
backfield.
Yeah, we got a lot of really people who really like the motion train.
Ashes to Ashes.
Episode 2 was cool. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, you missed that Ashes roll, which really sucks.
I missed the first one, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, but so that was our game this week. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We will, like I said, we'll post how to play that game on the website, and we'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
In the meantime, so have fun, and we will see you guys then.
Yeah.
Quick, go turn it off.
I'm working on
We're gonna
it.
hear all our small talk after.
Oh God.
we gotta do that.
Man.